Chairman Knapp and members of the Danbury Republican Town Committee, I'm proud to accept the nomination for the office of mayor of the city of Danbury. You know, Mike Safrenic, he sort of touched on it a little bit here tonight, and so I want to build on some of his comments that he said. I think it's almost important if we take a few moments just to reflect on the last 18 years and what this community has been through. Because I don't run away from my record. I'm proud of what I've done for this city. I'm proud each and every day to wake up and to turn the key into that door and to be the mayor of our city. In 2001, when I took office, right after the horror of 9/11, we spent a lot of time working, trying to plan for any potential crisis that may happen in our city. It was a time of fear and of uncertainty, if you remember, and a difficult time. Yet we guided the city through that. And we kept Danbury on the right track. In 2004, 2005, the beginning of the war in Iraq started. And we worked so hard to reach out to our veterans. I know Danny Hayes is here with us, our Director of Veterans Affairs. He does it every day. We worked hard to reach out to our veterans and our veteran organizations to ensure that those who left for the war were returned, and when we came back, we cared for them and supported them as they fulfilled their mission. We work hard every day to keep our veterans and our fighting men and women on the right track. In 2007, 2008, this country saw the greatest recession that many of us could ever remember. It hit with a vengeance. We had homes that were abandoned. We had people who were out of work. We had people that had lost their jobs. And we were challenged to make sure that all of our city services could be delivered and not compromised by the economic crisis. We didn't lay off a single employee during that time period. Not one employee. So we became creative with the management of our city, and we kept Danbury on the right track. In 2010, the state's poor economic policies all came home to roost. All those bad decisions made by governor after governor came home to roost, and we were again challenged by reduction of state funds, challenging us to do our business differently. We reorganized, we got leaner, and of course we kept Danbury on the right track. In 2012, many of us know that evil came to our region. It came to the greater Danbury area. And we've all worked together, myself, other first selectmen, mayors, as a region, as a community, to keep our children safe and on the right track. In 2014, the state of Connecticut has been lurching towards perpetual fiscal crisis, continues to lurch from one financial crisis to another. That's not my words, that's their words. And of course, they came back and wanted more money and more cuts to us, and yet, we reorganized and worked again, reduced the city workforce through attrition again. We did this so we could keep Danbury on the right track. Through it all, blizzards, microbursts, hurricanes, October snowstorms, floods, fires, feast, famine, locusts, other emergencies that Danbury you haven't even thought of. We've kept Danbury on the right track. You kept Danbury on the right track. You know, in the election of 2001, I made a lot of promises, made a lot of serious policy ideas. I wrote them all down, I put them on a whiteboard. Almost 20 promises that I made to you as residents of our city. And every time I got one completed, I would check it off. Proud to say that I completed every single one of those things on that list, and now we started on a new one. So, what am I talking about? I'm talking about things like we centralize our dispatch for our public safety department, something I talked about during the campaign that year. I'm so proud of the fact that we were able to give all-day kindergarten to every single Danbury student in the Danbury public school system. We preserved hundreds of acres of open space for walking and hiking and parkland use. We updated our master plan, our plan of comprehensive development, so we had a roadmap to follow as we made decisions on development. I implemented a lean culture within City Hall, which required us to ask a lot of questions about spending, how we spend, where we spend, why we spend, and held our department heads in a kind and gentle way accountable for their spending. We created an award-winning 311 complaint center. That 311 complaint center cost you $65,000 to open. You get 24 hours a day, 7 days a week service from that center. Just dial 311 on your phone. The city of Hartford spent $6 million to do the very same thing I did. And that's why we got a national award from the U.S. Conference of Mayors for being able to do things cheaper and more efficiently. We built a new police station just down the street from here, something that our police officers desperately needed as they worked in substandard conditions. We added a new senior center for our seniors that were able to go and participate in events and be able to be challenged in many different ways with all kinds of activities. We added a new fire station on the west side of the city so that we could have better response times for our residents there and they were safer. We expanded our elementary schools. We built 2 new elementary schools and a middle school. We built a new freshman academy at our high school, all while watching the bottom line. We developed a pro-business approach and policies in the city of Danbury by speeding up our permit process, so you didn't have to wait months to get a permit to build a deck, and by developing a strong and robust business outreach, going out and talking to business owners and seeing what they need from us. How do we make their lives a little bit better? And because of that, last year we had over 900 businesses registered in the city of Danbury, more than any other city in the state of Connecticut. In addition to that, we were just recognized as the best place to start a business in the state of Connecticut. You come to Danbury. That's what we want. You know, with the help of our city council, we've kept Danbury on the right track. And we've let nothing get in our way. We understand who we work for. We are taxpayer tried and taxpayer tested. Through every crisis imaginable, I've been there for our community. In fact, maybe you don't know this, but for all of the things that I personally have been through, I've never missed a city council meeting. 230 straight city council meetings. You see, when you have firm leadership and steady leadership and consistent leadership, good things happen. People want to come here and invest here and spend their money on the street. When people said nobody would live on Main Street at Kennedy Flats, I laugh at them now as I look at my neighbors and we're 95% full and we've got more development coming down here than we're able to handle. That's because we have a firm and steady leadership on what happens in this city, and people out there who have money to invest know that, and they come to our city. So that's the things that we've done, and there's things that we have to do. We've got to execute our plan to accommodate more classroom space for the influx of students we're expecting in our elementary schools. We're okay in our middle schools and our high school, but we're going to have to do some work at our elementary schools. And we'll work with our board candidates to do that. We've got to continue to implement our plan for our downtown. We need to continue to grow and diversify our economy like we've been doing by adopting pro-growth policies. We need to keep taxes down. In fact, this year, with the aid of our city council, we did a 0 tax increase budget. 0. We even cut your water rates by 1.5%, and we have the lowest sewer rates in the state of Connecticut.